You're listening to Into the Disappearing, the podcast where we explore the unknown, the unsettling, and the unexplained. I'm Marin Blake. Tonight, we turn our attention to a body of water at the heart of Austin, Texas, the picturesque Lady Bird Lake. Known for its stunning views, scenic trails, and serene waters, it's a place where locals and visitors alike come to walk, bike, and paddle. But in recent years, Lady Bird Lake has taken on a darker, more sinister reputation. Since 2022, at least 38 bodies have been recovered from or near the lake, many of them found under suspicious circumstances. While some deaths have been ruled as accidental drownings, others have raised questions about foul play. In this episode, we delve into the growing concerns surrounding these mysterious deaths, the investigations that have unfolded, and the potential danger lurking beneath the surface of Lady Bird Lake. This is episode 23, The Dark Waters of Lady Bird Lake. Lady Bird Lake is an urban oasis nestled in the heart of Austin, Texas. Stretching nearly 5 miles along the Colorado River, it provides stunning views of the city's skyline, as well as an escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life. But behind its tranquil surface lies a growing concern. Since 2022, at least 38 bodies have been discovered in or around the lake, some floating in the water, others found along the banks. At first glance, these deaths might seem like isolated tragedies, accidental drownings, people falling into the water, perhaps after a night out or during recreational activities. But as the number of bodies continues to rise, some have begun to question whether something darker is at play here. Let's start with some of the most recent cases. In late 2022, the body of a woman was found near the Congress Avenue Bridge, one of the most iconic spots in the city. Initially, authorities did not investigate her death as a homicide, concluding that it was likely an accidental drowning. But the discovery of her body, in close proximity to the water, raised some unsettling questions. Was she truly a victim of a tragic accident, or was there something more to her death? Fast forward to 2023, and the mystery deepens. In a span of just a few months, more bodies were found in the same general area of the lake. The victims ranged in age and background, some young, some older. But they all had one thing in common. They were found near the water, with no immediate signs of foul play. One of the most troubling cases involved a group of teenagers who were enjoying a day out near the lake. According to a report from Fox C7 Austin, one of the teens tragically drowned after falling into a deeper part of the lake. The water in Lady Bird Lake can be deceptive. What appears to be shallow water near the shore can quickly drop off into much deeper sections. The teen's body was found several hours later, and while his death was ruled accidental, it raised concerns about the lake's hazardous conditions, especially for those unfamiliar with the area's unpredictable depth changes. But it wasn't just teenagers whose lives were claimed. In fact, many of the bodies recovered from the lake had no obvious cause of death, leading some to wonder if there was something more sinister behind these drownings. The authorities have been tight-lipped about their investigation, but the rising number of bodies in Lady Bird Lake has certainly drawn increased scrutiny from both the public and the media. Some have even gone as far as to suggest the possibility of a serial killer, with the lake acting as the dumping ground for a killer preying on unsuspecting victims. But despite the growing speculation, no evidence has emerged to support this theory. In fact, law enforcement has yet to find any definitive link between the deaths. No fingerprints, no DNA, no signs of physical trauma. While some deaths have been ruled as suicides or accidents, others remain open investigations. Authorities have not publicly confirmed whether they believe these deaths to be connected, but the question remains. Could these drownings be the work of a single person, or is something else at play? Adding to the mystery are the conditions surrounding the lake. Over the past few years, flash floods and heavy rainfall have dramatically changed the landscape of Lady Bird Lake. What was once a serene place for walking, kayaking, and paddleboarding has become treacherous, with debris collecting in the water and currents becoming stronger and more unpredictable. In some areas, flash floods have created whirlpools in deeper sections that have swept people under the surface. Authorities have repeatedly warned the public about the dangers of swimming in the lake, with the Austin Parks and Recreation Department placing a strict prohibition on swimming, bathing, and wading in the water. Swimming is only allowed in specific circumstances, such as rescue or recovery operations. But despite the warnings, some continue to venture into the water, unaware of the hazardous conditions that lie beneath. The deaths at Lady Bird Lake have raised more questions than answers. How many of these drownings were truly accidents? How many could have been prevented? And are these deaths part of a larger pattern, or are they just a tragic coincidence? As the investigations continue, authorities urge caution when near the lake. The hazardous conditions, particularly after flash flooding, make it especially dangerous to be near the water's edge. Swimming is prohibited, and even walking along the shoreline carries risks, as debris and swift currents can make sudden changes in the water's flow. But perhaps the most chilling part of all is the unknown. The dark waters of Lady Bird Lake hide their secrets well. For every body found, there may be more that have yet to be discovered. What is happening beneath the surface of this otherwise peaceful location? If you have any information regarding the deaths in Lady Bird Lake, or if you've witnessed anything unusual near the water's edge, please contact the Austin Police Department. Next week, we turn our attention to the haunted hills of West Virginia, where the unexplained disappearances of minors have sparked rumors of something far darker lurking in the mountains. Until then, I'm Marin Blake. Stay aware. Stay away from the water's edge. And if you hear something calling to you from the depths, don't listen.
When the night gets bright and the stars align, we stir up dreams in cosmic time. A little stardust, a little tune, you're mixing it with the moon.